You know, the enemy always underestimating us because they think we will not figure out, the identity of the true God is. They're giving humanity false gods to worship and all fallen gods, parasitic gods and stuff, hiding the true God. Okay? When I figured out, the identity of true God, and I started to align myself with, and speaking to God, they didn't like it. I remember telling me, no, don't talk to God. Don't talk to, and they're trying to deceive me, telling me, no, that's not the true God. Somebody else, and they give you a name, and it turned out to be like a false God, false God. Baal, Jupiter, is Baal, and Jupiter is Zeus, is Jupiter, and Baal is all the same entity. And Jupiter is a sinner, is nothing righteous about Jupiter or Baal. Okay? That why God has taken its power. Basically, they unarmed Jupiter or Baal and stuff, and God says not to worship Baal and not to worship, So they put in astrology, they put in Jupiter as part of the planets and stuff, changing the name of, the planet to trickle in Baal worship without you knowing. Because when you do like astrology and you include Jupiter, or one of the planets, and stuff, they call it king of the planets, but it's a fallen, Jupiter is a fallen planet, and it's been stripped, from its power because for a reason, for doing, because God told me is Jupiter is a sinner, is a one that does a lot of sinful acts. That what God told me, and I shared that with you. So they don't think that God is going to align with you and favor you. When I started in this program, they had no idea God was going to favor us, and they doubted, that God will, favor me or you and therefore foreshadow them over them. They did not think that is going to happen. That's why they continue to hurt us in a way that is very hateful, because they thought that is not going to happen. God is not going to favor us because we're lost sheep. We will not really know who we were or whatnot, and they depended on that. But then when the table began to tip and we begin to see things for what it is, they started to say, oh shit, maybe this is a mistake. Maybe we made a mistake. Maybe we made a mistake against me, you, or, and they beginning to have in a second thought, trying to come at you with they want to do things for you to forgive them, and they're trying to kiss your ass pretty much. And when you say no, I'm not going to forgive you, it pisses them off, because now they made a mistake. They cannot get out of this mistake. You understand? They cannot get out of this mistake, and they don't know what to do, because they cannot offer you money, because I told you not to accept money from them, because I know what they're doing. Because you accept money, that means you're accepting what is happening to you, and you're accepting. That's what it means. Money, when they give you money, even for something has nothing to do with what they've done to you, they will do a ritual behind the scene to say, we're paying you for what we've done to you, how we harmed you. You understand? So that's why I'm telling you guys. You know what? Money comes, money goes. You can't take it with you. You cannot take money with you, and we're all gonna die and leave it behind. But it's fighting for what's right is important more than money. Their God is money. Okay? And I would never align myself with these people. You know? Elite, no elite, ruler, kings, queens, sheikh, you know, all kingdom. I would never, align myself with these people. Okay? I will never forgive them for what they've done, because it's an intentional harm toward me and others. Okay? And that is no way you're gonna, because when I had told them in the past, I've been in 11 years, going to 12 years, and I've been at this, and I kept telling them to leave me alone. And they're like, no, they continue at it, you know? But then when you begin to gain knowledge, you know, through research and effort, I didn't stick around and do nothing. I didn't really just, you know, absolutely made no effort in figuring out what they've been hiding. When I figure out what they've been hiding, I've been telling you guys what these people are made of and what they've been hiding. And they do not like it. They do not like it what I'm sharing, and they keep telling me, oh, what you're telling these people is sacred. It's not for everybody to know. No, it's not. You know what? Even God, who told me, He never told me not to share with 144,000 or share with humanity. He never told me that. Who made it sacred for us not to be shared with us? The fallen angels, the fallen Anunnaki, whatever they are, and all those people you have, you know, implanted in the Bible, planted in, you know, and in the teachings and stuff like that. Who told you it's sacred for me not to share with others? If God told me and never told me not to share, who are you to say I'm not allowed to share with others? I don't report to you. So you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me shit. Sorry. Excuse my French. You can't tell me anything. Don't tell me what I should be doing or I should not be doing. I do not report to you. I will never align myself with you. I will never bat for you. Okay? You know? I'm already in alignment with God. I don't want you to come in my, you know, life and telling me what I should be doing, what I should not be doing. Okay? And whatever you have created, we're going to get rid of. You know, there will not be making of weapons. There would not be any instigation or turning people against each other. There will not be harming of the planet, you know, air, water, earth. It would not be harming of humanity or animals. There will not be any false education. This education system needs to be restructured. It will be restructured. It's not open for debate. Will not be unnecessary wars. There will not be war at all in Earth. Okay? And because whatever happened in heaven will happen in Earth. If there is no wars in heaven, will not be wars in Earth. Okay? So you cannot really be building weapons and turning people each other and manipulating people into your grand deception. Like for United States to create ISIS and use it in the Middle East to create chaos, and Israel creating Hamas. Hamas is Israeli, is created by Israel. Okay? And this is bullshit these people are doing, manipulating everybody, sacrificing or killing the Palestinian, shedding of innocent blood because you want their land. That land you're not gonna take it. And if you stay there when the 104,000, nobody's gonna walk out. No one will walk out. I'm telling you this. This is what I'm telling you. This is going to happen. If they are there when the 104,000 get there, nobody's gonna walk out. Your 15 million of population, it will be decimated to oblivious. Will not be existing. We will not also remove you from the history book. Honestly, we're not gonna trying to hide you like the way you hidden God and hidden the information, and what the Vatican did, and all this countries have done to hide the truth. That will not happen. We're not gonna hide the elite from the from the history book. We're gonna honor them the way they need to be honored. We're gonna glorify them for killing people, for betting people in against each other, for harming humanity, for hurting people for unnecessary, for experimenting on people. All of that is going to be in history books. People will never forget what you've done. I want people to know what you've done, and it would be drilled into their head. We'll never forget what you've done. Okay? That's why you're going to be glorified. Don't worry. We will we will highlight you in history books. We're not going to be deleting you, removing you like how you remove God and said God was dead. You will not better be dead, because people are going to hate you for the rest of your life. That's what is going to happen. Okay? And pharmaceutical, I'm getting rid of the we are getting rid of, I'm speaking on God's, or name, or your name, 104,000. We are getting rid of pharmaceuticals, okay? We're gonna go back to old ways, natural health and in medicinal, herbalists and stuff. We're gonna go into introducing frequencies for healing. None of this, and anyone in this planet who go and create a disease or something to harm people, that person will be a public trial. People would see what is going to happen to that person or a nation publicly. People will be, next time you want to go crazy and do something stupid like that, this is what is going to happen to you. People need to see it. Yeah, if you think it's savage to do that, no. It's a warning. When you do something like that, this is going to happen to you. And then people will not cross that line again. Okay? There's a lot we're going to get rid of. A lot that you have built, we're going to get rid of. Okay? And God is not impressed what you've done, what you have created. It's not exceptional. Social media is gone. You know what? Manipulative, stuff like that. Manipulating people, getting people busy with their cell phone, and all of that is gone. Creating technology just to kind of keep us, focused on something else. You're going to go back in the old ways. When you go to a restaurant, you can have a conversation with somebody. You're not like you're going in your phone every 5 minutes. All of that is going to go. The media is going to be gone. The media that actually serving these people, weaponization of the media and stuff, all is going to be gone. Every time they're going to give misinformation, they're also going to have a public trial. If you're going to give misinformation and people are going to find out, you're going to be a public trial, and you see what's going to happen to you. So, for these people have done wrong for a long time, and nobody stood up, for them. They weaponize the media to hurt people, and if you speak against, them, they make you like a villain. They make you a horrible person. Okay? So all of what you had built, you could be destroyed in seconds. Okay? But when you understand these people, they never thought God would align with you, especially with me. They never thought God would, is going to take a liking to me. That why they never give me a benefit of the doubt. They always thought, I had no chance. And then when I, beginning to, speaking to God and stuff like that, and they know God, For myself, I know God likes me, So, and they do not like it. They don't like it that God likes me, And that's what, irks them the most. It pisses them off, because who am I to come in and take this power they were given, They were given temporary, because they've done things to be given this power. But now their time is up and they needed to go, and whatever they were made deal with God in the past have expired. They are on the last leg. There's nothing really left for them, And that's what's going to, 144,000. We're going to sit down together. We're going to articulate on creating things that is going to be beneficial to humanity. We're not going to create things that's harmful for humanity. We're going to clean this planet from a toxin. If you're going to spray that, anyone who would spray the sky or the water or the food or feed the animal toxin so we could harm humanity, all of that, we're going to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? The pharmaceutical companies you're done. We don't need you. We don't need pharmaceutical. All we need is natural health. Go back to medicinal, natural products that our ancestors used to use back in the day. A lot of the medication now it has a herb or a plant base. You look it up. A lot of drugs it has a plant base element to it. So, but then they put all these toxin things, other things, because they want you to be sick all the time. When they want you to go to, because, they give you something to treat one thing, but they make other things worse. You understand? So you're always sick. You're always going to the hospital. You're generating them money. When you're sick, you are generating money to them. You understand? All of that is going to go away. You know what I'm saying? This direct attack on humanity is going to stop, and God is going to give us, our, what do you call it, soul path, or what we signed up for before the incarnation in earth, what God has intended for us to be. Okay? And I'm pretty sure, but God could tell us otherwise. I'm pretty sure God agrees with everything I have just said. Okay? A lot we need to sit down and we need to kind of get rid of. Okay? Whatever they have happening on earth is not working. It needs to go. Okay? And we're not in their army of deception and stuff. We don't work for them. We're never going to work for them, And we're going to be aligning with God, and what God wants, God gets, And, lying to me, telling me, we're going to give you more than God is going to give you. Really? You're going to give me more than God is going to give me? Yeah? Okay, I'll take my chances. What have you done in this planet to deserve another billion years? What have you done? Tell me one thing you've done to humanity that was great. You think you deserve another billion years? You've done nothing but harm humanity, trying to control humanity, trying to take their power, and you're oppressing humanity. You're trying to enslave humanity in many ways. You're always sitting there creating evil, creating ways to harm humanity. Okay? Why you think you deserve another billion years? Nobody, think like you. Nobody sit there, think how to hurt somebody. That's not normal, okay? That's not normal. If you think it's normal, you got another thing coming. It's not normal, okay? To do that, okay? You have abused your power for so long, and it's time for you to go. That's all is going to happen when God's will, okay? God decided your fate. It's written in the stars. Just remember that.